but slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Hey Paisans, welcome back to the channel. Let me make myself big. I was listening to a little Land of the Ice and Snow by Led Zeppelin, and it got me in the mood for some Viking cats. Let me make myself big and see if I can show my camera on. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we are. Hey, thank you so much, Robert, if you're still here, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Vegas Stacker, thanks for coming by too. Anyone that's watching can jump onto the live stream. There's only a couple of people watching right now, but the link's right there. Jump on in. You don't have to have a YouTube channel. You just have to have something you can talk into. What's up, Real Gear Up Survival? Thanks so much for popping by the show. You can jump on if you want to. If no one jumps on, it's not going to be a very long live stream. That's for sure. So basically, this is just a late night Saturday. If anyone wants to jump in and just BS or talk about whatever, I understand you're working. I see that. No problem there. What do? You're working at the security guard, or you're working something night shift in a hospital maybe? You're a fireman? Or you're gearing up for survival? Vegas Stacker, you're working at the casino, being a pit boss? I actually met, of all people, not that, I only would have known him because I seen pictures, but I met Flava Flav at a blackjack table. I walked up to this table because no one was sitting there, but people were staring at it, and there's this blonde sitting there with like massive top end proctologist. So exactly, that's the best time to work at night, when you're doing that kind of shitty work. But I walked up to the table, and this top heavy blonde was sitting there giggling stuff and looking at this guy. And when he turned around, I saw all the stuff in his grill and the chains and stuff. And I'm like, holy smokes. I'm like, that's that flavor lifesaver guy or whatever. So played a few hands while he was there at the table. So what you're seeing here are these Punisher $50 hobo nickels, or they're actually hobo $50, but they're still called hobo nickels. These will be given away to the 32 people that make it into the tournament. Right now we have 3 people in the tournament, and we have 3 more that'll be the first Tuesday of February will be the next video, so we can vote in 3 more, or nominate, excuse me, not vote, but nominate in 3 more. We also are doing the community, what do you call that? The community supporter of the year award. We're doing that right now. That's going to just be a shorter contest. Hopefully the winner, there's 4 people up that were nominated right now. I think Jay Palmer or something like that is winning. But there's like 3 different people on there. Whoever wins, hopefully they're giving me their address so I can send them some goodies, and hopefully they allow me to share it with other YouTubers or people. If you want to send stickers or just anything, you don't necessarily have to send them gold and silver, but just show them some love for the community, to appreciate them popping on all the time and leaving comments and things like that. So it looks like no one's going to jump on, so I don't have a lot to talk about. This was more just a community BS session. I'm not going to stay on very long if no one else jumps on, which is not a big deal. It doesn't hurt my feelings, so I got stuff to do too. I'm actually reading, believe it or not, I read some weird books sometimes if they're recommended. I'm going to read this one next. I don't know if you can see it. Solaris by Stanislaw Lem. Never heard of him, never heard of the book, but someone said I should read it if I like I don't know, outer space type stuff. And I've always liked like aliens and things like that. So I said, okay, I'll read it. I do enjoy reading. While we're here, and if you're watching, the couple of you that are here, is there anything you like to collect besides gold, silver, precious metals? What Are any of you collectors in general? Like, do you collect baseball cards? Do you collect anything else besides coinage? FG Stacker collects waves. Thanks, FG. Does anyone collect anything besides silver, gold, precious metals? Is anyone a collector of anything else? Just go ahead and put it in the comments. And again, we're here to talk together. So if you want to click the link and join, you can. We're just chatting. Civil War tokens. I actually like that. Pokemon and certain figures. So I'm assuming. Let's go up to RGS. I'll just say. I'll leave the U of the up gone. RGS. You might be a little younger than me. My oldest daughter though loves to collect anything Pokemon. Now Civil War tokens. That's pretty neat. I would like to check those out sometime. Those sound pretty cool. Let's see. FG used to collect football cards and comics and MTG cards. I'm not sure what MTG is. If you want to share with us. What's up, the Stock Explorer? How you doing? I know you're friends with Nikki. He's probably working at a Universal Studios, keeping the roller coaster ride safe at nighttime right now. I sold most of those. Yeah, I've sold all the stuff I collect too. I have a few things that I actually got in. Oh, action figures, you keep them in the box. Yeah, I'm unfortunately one of those guys that tend to like to put them out, like the Punisher thing there. But I have probably like, oh gosh, I have not necessarily, they're not all action figures, but some of them are statues. And I saved the boxes on some of the bigger ones because I'm like, where am I going to put these things? Let's see. Magic the Gathering card game. I have heard of that. There's actually a local comic book store, which people call, in the comic book community, they also call it an LCS. It means a little bit different to us, local coin shop, but they call it local comic shop. So their LCS has Magic, people playing Magic the Gathering and other things like that all the time. It's like half the store is comic books and half the store people playing card games or little games with these figures, like painted metal figures. I'm not sure what they're playing, but they look like they're having fun. Yeah, Iron Man is silver. He is not. He's actually in the picture you're seeing up at the top. He's standing on the Punisher right there, saluting all y'all. It's 160 grams, and I think that's like just over 5.5 ounces. But the people that are trying to sell it on eBay, they're asking for more than, which would be $550, or whatever. They're asking for like hundreds more. But I think everyone's doing that. If it's not a regular coin, like their premiums that they want for stuff is kind of astronomical. One of the Warhammer games, I did Warhammer 40K and Fantasy back in college, but sold most of that as well. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what 40K Warhammer. I'm trying to think what we did back in college. I don't know, Whittle? I feel like I'm quite a bit older. What's up, Avocado? That's the best name of any channel. I love Avocado Stacker. I don't know why. But yeah, I've never, I'm a little bit older generation. So I grew up with, the 3 channels on TV and all that stuff. And not a lot to do. I think right before I dropped out of school in junior high school, people had just started playing this brand new game that they talked about on the news. They said it's going to lead to devil worshiping, and it was called Dungeons and Dragons. Now I know Dungeons and Dragons been around for years, but there was actually people on the news saying parents are concerned that these kids are bringing home these books about what do you call it? Dungeons and Dragons. So 1968. Yeah. So you were born in the 60s as well. You weren't quite old enough to watch the moon landing. thankfully I was old enough to watch it, which ages me, but I do appreciate. I've loved things about space ever since then, and just always been interested in things like that. But also comic books and different things. So I know I never see. You're never gonna see a guy from Michigan probably on here because that's East Coast time. But I know there's someone called the Wolverine Stacker or Wolverine Silver, and I found this little Wolverine picture I have right here. It's a Wolverine dressed like Wolverine. I love shit like that. So let's see, Forbidden Planet. I remember that TV show or movie. The first comic book shop me and my brother went to in the 70s, they were playing Dungeons and Dragons. Well, there you go. Yeah, I lived in an area that didn't really have comic book stores. I didn't even know about that till probably the 80s. But I did collect comic books since I was a little kid, probably back when they were 12 cents, 15 cents. But I was pretty little. I actually learned to read from comic books before, a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit of words before I started school. Not that I stuck around for that mess. So Death from Below wants to come on. So finally we have someone to add. Let's bring you on board, brother. Let me move the thing over. There we go. How you doing, brother?
Good.
Good. You can talk about anything you want on this channel. This is just open bullshit time. We're not necessarily showing or talking about stuff we collected or bought in silver and gold, but you can talk about anything you want.
Hey, how do I turn the camera around on my phone so it's pointing at my desk?
Okay, so you look like you're from my generation, and I'll tell you right now, I have a flip phone, so I have no idea. I'm using a little camera thing I connect to my laptop, and so maybe someone in the chat could tell you how to do that if you have a smartphone.
And I don't see the chat.
No, I mean, okay, well, I can see it. Does anyone in the chat know how he can flip his camera around on his phone to show what's on his table? Probably. No one's saying anything. They're saying ugh. Can you turn the camera around and still talk to it? Maybe to the back of the phone. There we go.
Is that showing the table?
Yeah, it sure is. I can see like a sticker from Kansas Kid, and I see a bunch of boxes.
Yeah, those are guardhouse boxes.
Guardhouse boxes. There you go.
That's part of my silver collection.
Wonderful.
You know, silver bars.
Silver.
And
how long have you been collecting silver?
Since the 60s.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. I couldn't find a poucho that fits my theme. Being from the Pacific Northwest, I wanted a Sasquatch theme, so I kind of made my own. I don't know if that's showing up.
That is Death from Below, and it says, "Don't mess with this Sasquatch."
Yep. And then there's my other Sasquatch.
Oh, nice. Without giving me an exact location, about what area do you live in? What county do you live in Washington?
Kitsap.
Oh, Kitsap County. Yep. I live down in, well, I don't live anywhere right now. We're moving down to Long Beach area, where they have a nice Bigfoot at the Marshes Free Museum. I'm sure you've been there before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my family, we parked the fifth wheel a lot down in Thurston County by my oldest daughter's house.
So I got your chip, but I don't have a place to send mine to. Yeah.
Well, you can email me and I'll give you my son-in-law and my oldest daughter's address, because we don't have a P.O. box. We're kind of like traveling around like a semi-retirement, because my job right now, I'm allowed to work from home for the next couple of years till I retire. So I'm just sending everything to his address. You just have to add my name after his name so he don't open it. We got Silver Spurs. How you doing, brother? I have not seen your channel name before. Thanks for coming by. Everyone in here, if I haven't seen you before, I will check out to see if you have a channel afterwards so I can sub you up. And yeah, if anyone wants to join along with me and Death from Below, there is the link in the chat. So Kitsap County, yeah, I work with the Washington State Department of Veterans Affairs, and they run the nursing homes.
Retzel?
Yeah, so Retzel, the one up there, I help hire people for that facility. So Forbidden Planet says he's got no channel. Or she says, either way. Silver Spurs. Hi, Omega Stacking. I hope you got a couple of subscribers today. I shared your channel. I love to help other people go up. Robert says, Veterans of Foreign War. There you go. Yep, that's me. I love the BFW myself. Did you go over to, were you in Granada or in Desert Storm?
Yes and yes.
Yeah. I know how you feel.
I made 7 deterrent patrols out of Scotland. And so if you can see the little,
Oh, nice. I
Yeah.
love that. Submarine, right?
yeah.
Beautiful.
So we did 7 patrols out of Scotland. And then I went to a fast attack. And we went to Grenada on that.
Nice.
Went out for a week and came back 2.5 months later.
Nice.
But and then I transferred to a surface ship, an amphibious assault ship, the USS Peleliu, and we went over to Desert Storm, and I retired on the way back.
Did you port in? Did you ever port in Bahrain or Bahrain, however they say it?
We visited Abu Dhabi and Dubai.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know there was. We had to go pick up some supplies from some warehouse while we were still in Saudi Arabia and moving north, while we're following the Persian Gulf. And I led a little group of guys that went down there to pick up a couple of old, like, Korean War era style Jeeps, which somehow I don't know how we have stuff stored over there in the desert. I didn't know that, but we did have them. And I went down. We crossed this like a floating bridge or a causeway, they called it, and we were in Bahrain, which was like this little teeny country all by itself, right next to Saudi Arabia in the Persian Gulf.
We got a pretty big Coast Guard contingent over there in Bahrain.
Okay, yeah, there was a naval like MWR there, so that's why that's the only one I had thought of to ask you about. Yeah, my 2 sons.
It was funny too.
What was?
Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying my sons were in the Navy.
When I was over there, I went to a USO in Abu Dhabi, and I was looking through the visitor's log, and there was a kid that signed the visitor's log, and he was from Squamish.
I'll be darned.
And that's where I lived. So I looked it up, and he was on my ship. He was a Marine on my ship. I got back to the ship, and I talked to the combat cargo gunnies. I said, I want to meet this kid. And I guess word got around to him that a chief was looking for him. And he's like an E2 Marine, so he was sweating bullets.
Right.
He didn't know why a chief was looking for his ass. And all I wanted to do was say hi to him. And he got over it.
Did you keep in touch with that young man?
No, I know his father, but I don't know what happened to him.
How many years did you stay in?
20.
Awesome. Nothing like retirement pay.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know,
a lot of people ask like, how can you get that, or how do you have that, or how do you afford this or do that? I'm like, I do get retirement pay. So a lot of people, I feel bad for people that work at a job for like 40, 45 years, and they're not even 60 years old yet, and they still waiting on retirement. And I'm like, man, you guys should have just joined the military as well. 20 years is nothing compared to a lifetime of work, right?
yeah. Now I retired from the post office after that.
Awesome. Yeah, I was a financial advisor for a couple of years after I got out of the military, just because I wanted to see if I could do it and take the Series 7 and 66, which is, to be a stockbroker or work for a stock brokerage firm. I did it for like 3 years and I hated it. So I saw a job posting about some stuff that I was like, I could do that. And I applied not thinking I'd get it for a Department of Corrections. You're like managing people in I forgot what the department was called. Like, well, it's irrelevant. So I worked for Department of Corrections starting in 2013, and I did that for like 8 years, and then I switched over to Department of Veterans Affairs, probably about 8 years ago or something like that, or 6 years ago, just because I wanted to take care of veterans, and help them out.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. They got some prisons up there too. I know. I used to drive up on the peninsula, go up to Forks, to Clallam Bay Correction Center or Forks Correction Center. Then they got the Washington Correction Center in Shelton.
Yeah, I know about Sheldon.
Yeah, I never worked inside of a prison. I worked at the headquarters in Tumwater, but I did work for a day in each one because I'd have to talk to people about the certain prisons. And I didn't feel it was right to talk about, Walla Walla Penitentiary if I never actually was inside of it. So I volunteered to go work there. Ask them, could I work there just one day, just job shadow people so I could see what's going on? And they allowed me to do that, which was nice of them. But yeah, some hard times some of them guys are pulling, that's for sure.
Well, better than me.
Yep, for sure. I tell you right now, the men's prison was much nicer than the women's prison. That was a hot mess. What's up, Reckless Collections?
Let's see.
Let's see what he's at. Punisher Stacker. Haha, I went to college over at Walla Walla College. I'll be darned. Yeah. We have a facility over in Walla Walla as well. They got good wine over there, and I guess some other good stuff. I don't really stay there that long when I go there. Yeah. So just everyone reminder, this 5 ounce right here, this is going to the winner of the YouTube Stacker of the Year or Coin Collector Kumite winner or whatever you want to call it. And then 2.5 ounces is going to come from Silver Dragoons. He's promised that when I was on his live stream. I asked, since he's a bigger channel, does he want to donate to it? And so right now the pot's sitting at just over $750, which is kind of a huge prize. When I think about it, I've did prizes before on different social media, but never over $500 things. So now it's up to $750. I think that'll be a pretty cool prize for someone. That tournament will be every month nominations until October 31st. At that time, we will have 32 people, and then we'll start voting for them via like radio buttons. It'll be head to head like the college basketball championship. So we'll start off with the 32, then we'll go to the Sweet 16, Elite 8, etc. like that. Let's see. I know you can't see the chat. So FG Stacker says, can I ask Robert if my letter made it through to him?
Yes, it did. And thank you for that.
Yeah, it's too bad that on the smartphones, I figured there'd be a way for people to watch the video and see the chat. I guess there's not, huh?
Well, I'm sure there is. It's just the phone is smart, but I am not.
Yeah, I have the same flip phone that I've had since 2004, I think, and I just refuse to give it up. Now everyone in my house has a smartphone. I have a work smartphone that's, the government gives you to be, on their beck and call, so to speak, but I don't use that. I can't use that for stuff like this, obviously. So I'm just reading some of the comments. Omega Stacking, you got a StreamYard installed yesterday, so he can do live streams. FG Stacker says, I video with the phone and I watch the chat on my laptop that sits next to me. So that's how he does it. He uses his phone and thing. Yeah, I just use a Chromebook. It's
Yeah, I don't even have a laptop or a computer.
Yeah, that's all I have is a Chromebook. I've had it since 2013 and it's still working, so I'm not going to throw it away until it falls apart.
40 years of government service, I never used a computer.
Oh, I can't say that, unfortunately. I did have to use computers. But of course, a lot of the stuff back then was more like they call them like word processors, instead of you could type on a screen and then hit print. And then like if you were doing I don't know what they call in the Navy, but in the military they call them like OERs or NCOERs, like officer evaluation reports or non-commissioned officer evaluation reports that you had to do every year on the people that worked under you. They wouldn't let us like hand jam it. We weren't allowed to write it. So we put it in like a word processor and hit print, and they would print it in the right sections, if that makes sense. Let's see here. You're kind of frozen right now, just so you know. If you're saying something, we can't hear you. You're frozen. That happens sometimes. So it looks like the Humble Stacker Avocado says, Humble Stacker is awesome. He's on the Metal Mob Sunday nights. You should stop by the stream tomorrow. Yeah, Sundays just aren't good for me, my friend. That's probably the reason why I'm not able to jump onto those. I will once we get a place set up, but when we're on the road, that's our travel day is Sunday evening. Oh, he had to jump off. So if anyone else wants to jump on, like I said, though, you can always jump on for a couple of seconds. The link is right here. I wonder if he has limited data. Possible. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, if someone had wrote me today, I think it's, he was in the chat earlier. He wanted a chip. He don't have chips yet, but he wanted a chip. So thank you, Omega. And, yeah, you can hit the link right there and jump on if you want. But I will send a chip to anyone that wants one. You don't have to send me a chip. I'll send it to whoever wants one. So I bought 100 of them. I got to get rid of them somehow. So I don't mind. They're only it's only a couple of stamps to tape up an envelope and send a chip. So, all right. Looks like no one else is really jumping on. Yep. Operator error. That's okay. No problem. No problem, Robert. I appreciate you jumping on when you did. So let's look. How long have we been on? About 28, 29 minutes. So we'll go for one more minute. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's something I can show you guys here about anything coming up. No, don't want to show that. I do have videos that come out on Tuesdays. So next Tuesday will be a very short video. It's only like 3 minutes long. I like short videos. I'm not a big fan of long videos. And then the following Tuesday will be February, and that's when we will start doing our nominations for the 3 people to get into the YouTube Coin Collector of the Year contest. Yeah, $1 away. Look at that. Yep. Well, I took the prices that you're seeing from AppMex, so they're 80 cents away from charging $5,000. Crazy. Yeah, prices are crazy. You've been stacking since April 25th, trying to complete my goal of 100 ounces within my first year. That's awesome. Yeah, I think I just showed my video. I just hit 100 the other day, but I had money coming in from selling stuff. So it wasn't like I was just spending money willy-nilly. I was selling graded comic books, which you know what a graded coin looks like a PS or whatever they call it, 70, 60. So this is what a graded comic book looks like. They're graded 9.8 is the mintage, and then it'll show like this one's signed. This is just one. I didn't put this up for auction. Someone actually gave this one to me. So, but you can kind of see what they look like. So if you have older comic books or ones that are valuable, you want to get them graded because they can go for thousands of dollars more than a raw one. Like say you had the first appearance of Spider-Man, just say. And his first appearance was Amazing Fantasy number 15 was his very first appearance before he got his own comic book. A raw copy that's in like medium condition could probably go for $30,000 to $40,000. But if you had it in a piece of plastic like that, in the same condition, it would go for probably close to $100,000. Let's see. We got some more people in the chat. Avocado, I'm glad you won that stuff, Avocado. The Lord has blessed me, and I would have felt guilty if I had won. Oh, ain't that nice of them? Yeah, they do cost so much to grade. That's why it's almost like buying silver. You buy low, hopefully sell high. That's the same with comic books. You buy it when they're low while they're already graded. I let other people grade them, and then hopefully you sell high. Unfortunately, though, there's speculators in comic books too. When new shows come out, people will say, "Oh, a new Avengers movie is coming out with Doctor Doom. I'm going to buy a comic with Doctor Doom in it." Or they'll say, "Oh, there's a new show on whatever HBO or Netflix. Lantern's coming out. I'm going to get the first appearance of Green Lantern." But some books they may go up during a movie spike, but then they slowly go back down in price. The only ones that are good that never seem to go down are for Marvel would be Spider-Man, and for DC it'd be Batman. So those are the two main characters that tend to hold their value. And of course, like someone had commented earlier about a Hulk 181, those are always good to collect. I think I bought a 9.2 graded one a couple years ago, and not even 4 months later, I put it at auction, and I made like $1,800 more than what I paid for it in only that amount of time. Now that's some of that is luck, but books like that always sell for high prices in higher grades. Oh, that was you. You're the one that bought it. Let's see. If I trade silver for gold and no money changes hand, I don't pay any sales tax. Yeah. Got 9-10 ounce gold eagles today. That's awesome. Yeah, if you trade someone not at a store though, right? Yeah, I actually drove to Oregon, which I made a short video of it. I don't know if I'll show it, but I actually went down and saw Harry's, which I didn't even know they were in Oregon until people told me. But I went down to Harry's, that guy's shop that you see on Silver Dragon's channel. I saw him and his young partner, and there was a couple other people there. I'd never seen them before. But it was funny. One guy pulled up in a silver car, and I was like, "Oh man, that might be that guy that films." But he worked there, so I don't know. Maybe it is him, maybe it's not. But I did some wheeling and dealing there, looked at their prices, and he was just like in the videos. He was paying just barely under spot for buying and just over spot for selling. So he was giving good deals. Hopefully wherever you live, there is good people like that as well. Oh, at a jewelry store in Washington, you got that trade. That's a good deal. Yeah, I'm just not buying online anymore here in Washington. I'm not paying 10% sales tax. Well, for my area where I have it addressed, it'd be 9.9. But hey, what's the difference? 9.9, 10, same thing to me. Well, I appreciate everyone stopping by. I appreciate Death from Below hopping on for a few seconds. I see no one else really wants to jump on. That's okay. I'm not planning on staying on much longer, so I appreciate everyone. Look forward to seeing you popping by the channel on Tuesday. If you don't recognize anyone in the chat and they have a channel, make sure you subscribe to them. And if they don't, that's okay too. We appreciate them for jumping on. Appreciate the live. Yep, thank you. Honesty is the key. Got it. Yep, for sure. I'll leave you with a little short video. I don't know if any of you, we were talking about comic books. It got me think of all this media I have uploaded. I'll finish with a little video. This, this is a video. Let me see if I can find it. I can't see the chat while I'm doing this. Hold on a second. So instead of my normal intro, I'm going to remove that. My outro, I mean. Let me see if I can pick one. It says pick outro video. So if you've like Man Thing or the Swamp Thing, if you've heard of them, they're both like swamp creatures. And this is one where I guess they're buddies. And it's a short little video that I made. And you know, it's just for silly, just for fun. And it's called Call of Nature. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for everyone that stopped by today. And we will. Oh, Omega is going to try to jump on right before I was getting ready to go off. Let me add him. Hold on a second.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. I got my light green up now. Used it by 5 years.
Wow, awesome. So how long have you been collecting?
5 years.
Oh, about a year. And what's your favorite thing to collect?
Hold on.
Nice. Yeah, Atmex bars are really nice. What do you pay tax in the state you live in?
Yeah.
So you have to pay for the tax through Atmex for your bars you buy?
Yeah.
Yeah, ours just started. We used to not pay tax, and now we do have to pay tax, which kind of stinks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. Are you a West Coast person?
No, I'm from New York.
Wow, that's where I was born. Yep, born and raised till I was like 2.5. Then my mom took me off to Detroit to live there. Well, I appreciate you jumping on. Do you have anything you want to promote about your channel or anything while we're alive?
I only need to help me get to 50 followers. Hopefully get to 100 after that.
Right. What are you at right this second?
50, oh no, 48 right now.
48. So 2 people. Check out Omega's channel. He is at 58 right now. Let me see if I can highlight one of your older comments so they can see your link there. There's his channel name right there. OC Omega Stacking 3. At OC Omega Stacking 3. Sub him up. Let's get him to 50 while we're here on the live stream. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, on my old channel, about 5 years ago, my first channel used to be up to 1,500 followers.
Wow.
Lost it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Let me hot on. I'm going to go
no
now.
problem. Thank you a lot. I appreciate it a lot. You have a great night. All right, bye-bye.
Like, comment, subscribe, and share the videos. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. That's awesome. Thanks, Omega, for jumping on. I really appreciate him jumping on. He is a great guy, that's for sure. Super supportive. I hope if you are not subscribed to him, he does a heck of a job. Super nice young man, and he was only at 48. Oh, Mickey Ahmad. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Let me go over to YouTube and find you, FG Stacker. Add as a moderator. Okay, let's see if that worked for you. Okay, maybe hit refresh and see if you're a moderator now. Comment something, FG, and let me see if you're a stacker now. Like, make a new comment and see if it pops up the wrench. Am I frozen? Is anyone there? Okay, here, maybe my device. Oh, there it is. I didn't get it. Yeah, you got it. It's there. There's your wrench. Yeah, if you can put an Omega's thing, that way people can watch it. Check it out. Even if they watch the rewind, I'll make sure to put his link. And thanks to him and also Robert for jumping on. And we'll wait for you to attach that if you can. And then I'm going to sign off and end the stream for the night. But before that, I'll show you. I love that you have a Swamp Thing round. That's pretty cool. Forbidden Planet does. Yeah, they both came out the same year. That's what's funny. The Man Thing came out like a couple months before, but the guys that both created it like knew each other, so it's almost like they bounced ideas off each other. It's just Marvel got their character out a little beforehand. But I think there he is. Thank you so much. Is eBay the best place to sell comics? Yeah, if you don't mind losing money. I only sell comics that are graded comics at auction. And I do that through my comic shop. They're based in Texas. I have sold on eBay, but that's when I'm not worried about I'm not worried about making money when I sell them there. I'm trying to just get them out of my hand, because I had to limit the amount of storage I had. So those were raw sets, and I'd sell them in sets. Like if I had a run of 1 through 50 of something, I would sell them as a set, or I'd put them at auction there. Believe it or not, some of them went for more than what they were worth, or what I thought I should have got for them. Like I sold every issue of Savage Sword of Conan. That went for more than I thought it would go for. Very cool. All right, everyone. Oh, just sub. Thank you so much. He's at 49 at least. Let's hope he gets to 50. I appreciate everyone coming. I hope you see Tuesday. I hope you enjoy this little Man Thing / I think it's Werewolf by Night, actually, because they were in the show together. So it's Man Thing and Werewolf by Night. Enjoy the outro. Until next time, watch your stacks, brothers. Here we go. Yes, Savage Sword was good. See you next time, guys.
Yo, bro, Ted. Man, that coffee went right through me, brah. I think I gotta, answer the call of nature. Well, I'm first, bro. I called it, man. You stay there. I'm gonna go over here by the forest and let it all hang out. Unleash the beast, brah. What? No, wait for me, brah. You stay behind me. Oh, yeah, brah. Oh, that feels good. There's a lot of coffee coming out. No, bro, wait for me. Just do it behind me, bro. You don't need to stand next to me, bro. Oh, yeah. Yeah, bro, I don't care, bro. Just don't get too close, bro.
Away! Here we go! Uh-oh. Yeah! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Yeah! Where are you?
Bruh, just turn off the hose, bruh. Please stop.